Hey everybody, we're on today. We're still doing this, and we're still doing the playthrough of Spirit of Justice because I'm trying to get the version of your door, but we're getting close there. Anyway, last time the Apollo Justice finished right civil trial. I'm doing in quotations, but it was still technically a civil trial, just murder thrown into the mix. It's finished right. That typically happens. Anyway, we are now on the next set of investigations on Turnabout Revelations. So let us get into it. That's written as part by part. Oh, and I put things right back in this normal costume. He's a little longer essentially felons from this point. May 17th, District Court, defendant lobby number 3. What do you mean Miss Maya is still being held hostage? And who's this mastermind? Politician Wimperson is nothing more than a puppet. His benefactor was the one pulling the strings. I have no idea who they are. So all we know is the person he's trying to give the orb to? Sorry. So all we know is it's the person he was trying to give the orb to? Right. He was just following orders. Whoever it is, it seems they really want to get their hands on the orb. So then, Miss Vi's abduction is the work of the so-called benefactor too? Right again. Whoever they are, they're in Korean. Along with Maya. Wonder who they could be. Right, this is Maya. The spirit meeting you've been talking about. She wouldn't happen to be that blonde-haired young lady you defended back in Korean. That's her? Why do you ask? I see. I think I know what's going on here. After that, I hope you're having a good day. I've got good news for you, right? Maya is somewhere safe. That much I'm sure of. I'm afraid you've lost me. So that's who the little snot's patron is. It's all starting to make sense. That fool has no idea I'm here in the States with you all. Rook, you mind filling us in? No caller ID. I wonder who's calling. Hello? Is it finished right? Yes? Let me start by thanking you for taking such good care of my subordinate. Who is this? I believe you know me as Mr. Attition's benefactor. Ah. Sounds like they're using a voice changer or something to disguise themselves. Where's Maya? Is she safe? I have my ears on today's proceedings. What a shock it was to hear that the key to solving the orb's riddle is a spirit medium. I admit, I did not see that coming. Wait. They planned a listening device in here somehow? Nevertheless, don't think for a minute that it will guarantee Maya Faye's safety. She is not the only medium within my reach, you see. You hammer her on Maya's head and you'll have the answer to me. Right? Give it here for a sec. Wait. Hey there. Afternoon, Jason. Hope you're having a good day. How's it going, stranger? Who is this? Why, it's your friendly neighborhood dragon. I just happened to be in the US on a little trip. Minister of Justice, Inga Karayan. You know, this is what I was suspecting at some point. Give me a second. I feel like I'm gonna have to reveal this, mention this sooner or later. That's not his full name, by the way. Ah! Guess we'll try that. If we meet up later, we'll try it. Oh, found it. Oh god, he's ready for this name. Okay. I will call this full name just for the singleness. Minister Justice's full name is Inga Kahud Akuruda da Mahanba Arami Laga o Mo Papa Palmastani Adi Ace Karayan the Third. I feel like I had to double check that, by the way. That's a very long name. Inga? What? Maya's kidnapper is Karayan's Minister of Justice? Daruk, is that you? The dirty turncoat. How in the... What in blazes is going on here? Oh, you know, just popped over to the States for a little R&R. But enough about me, Inga. That was a poor excuse for a bluff you pulled just now. We both know your threats are as empty as your head. You can't lay a hand on my affair, and I do mean that literally. What's he talking about? You can kiss your chances of getting the orb group by. My affair ain't my only... How should I say? Huh. Interesting. My affair ain't my only... How should I say? Insurance, you know, Daruk. What? I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Nah, that one... Well... You can imagine what kinds of things I can do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way. Meet me at Mara's tomb tomorrow, 3 p.m. sharp. And you better come alone, got it? If all goes well, the orb's all you'll need to get my faith back. Daruk, what's going on? You heard him. I have to get back to Karayan at once. What? Why? No time to explain. But are you even going to make it? What if there are no seats left on the next flight? Plus, you're one of the man. They're not going to just let you get on the plane. Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice. Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth! What are you doing here? Taking care of the hostage situation. Oh, now that you mention it, Rose did say she saw you around in Karayan Village. I had looked into a few things while I was on my way back from Karayan. Including Maya's situation, of course. He learned, right has learned. I was astonished to hear she was still in Karayan earlier. That explains why I found no connection between her and Mr. Attishan. Sorry to interrupt, but going back to the plane situation, I've taken the liberty of chartering one for us. It's ready to take off at any time. And I will do what's necessary to hide the fact that the Ruxermandi is on board. Wow. Must be nice to be Chief Prosecutor. Right. We have no time to lose. We must head for Karayan at once. Ryan. I'm going too. After all, you're bound to need my help. No fair. I want to go too. This isn't a vacation, Trucy. Besides, I need you to hold down the fort. I'll need you to hold down. But Daddy! Guess you should also bring what's necessary. Sorry, Trucy, but would you mind holding onto this stuff for me? Unnecessary evidence fostered on the Trucy. Fine. But you better bring me back something besides just more evidence. Wow, that was a lot of evidence we lost. Probably. Excellent. Now, let us make haste. To Karayan! And that's how our sudden trip to the Kingdom of Karayan began. I never imagined I returned to the country of my youth under such circumstances, though. I know. May 18th, 2:30 p.m. Tempo. That was a long flight. Started at 2:30 in the afternoon. Look about cleaning it close. The Kingdom of Korean. There's no time to reminisce, but now today, this place sure brings back memories. Hurry up, Apollo! Right behind you! Amara's tomb is located in the courtyard of the Korean Palace. For 7th, yes, but I don't know what scales at the moment. We should have just enough time to get there. And this sprinter! Think you can keep up, Apollo? Sure, no sweat. I'll contact the royal family and the local police and inform them of our arrival. Thanks, Edgeworth. I know you probably want the reminiscence and all. There's no time for that right now. Oh. That's it. What happened? You're right. We've got to get to Amar's tomb where Miss Faye is being held captive. Yeah. Apollo! Don't go showing me stuff for no reason. We have to find Miss Faye before it's too late. Fine. May 18th, 2:45 p.m. Grand Palace, Royal Residence. I wasn't here for all the running and climbing near training I've done this week. It's 2:45. Only 15 minutes left. See that central building in the rising in the distance? That's Amira's tomb. Amira. Wasn't that the previous queen? The one who was assassinated? Yes. And I'm the one they pinned it on. It'll take a few minutes to get to the tomb from here. So you've returned, barbed head. Ugh! I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly, this is the Crown Princess Rafa Pandam Korean. What are you people doing here? This is the royal residence. Cannot underline entry without permission. A prosecutor from the States should have already called and requested permission for us to enter. As to why we're here, your benevolence, have you seen Minister Inga? If you seek my father, I just saw him heading towards Amira's tomb. Was he with anyone? You know, like some shitty looking underlings or something? No, he was alone. Why do you ask? Looks like she has no idea about Miss Faye's abduction. You heard that? I think we have company. Oh, now before her glory! Her MC King Garan, Grand Priestess of Korean approaches! Huh? Garan? Ah! It's... Queen Garan. Guards. Surround Amara's tomb at once. Yes! Your embassy! What's she doing? Is she gonna help us? Excuse me, your Emerence. So our barb-head lawyer returns. May we presume you're here for Maya Fey, the spear meme who has been abducted? Yes, you may. Our lawyers to apologize for the criminal actions of our husband. Oh, no need to apologize for him. Honestly, Inga, abducting guests in our country? How could you? Father? Abducted someone? Your Emerence. What about these soldiers over there? Those soldiers over there. Sorry. They are the Garan Royal Guard. Soldiers who serve the crown and no other. Royal Guards? They are an elite force selected from only the most loyal and outstanding of our subjects. And why have you ordered them to surround the tomb? The police will not come if it is my husband who is committing the crime. We shall have to storm the tomb and take Minister Inga into custody ourselves. What? You mean... Garan, no! His hostage is in there! Farouk? How dare you step foot in the palace? Have you come to turn yourself in? Listen! We need to call a truce for now! Grand Royal Guards, seize this traitor of the crown! At your wish, your Emerence! Resist and you will die! Wait a second! Hold it! Slow down there, Garan! I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange! If you take me in now, my Fey is as good as dead. A hostage exchange? And why would he choose to do such a thing with you? We can talk about that later. Right now, I need to get in there before it's too late. If I can't resolve this in 20 minutes, you can storm the place. Now then, if you'll excuse me. Right, quit! Guards, allow the insurgents to wreak Shamani the pass. Barbhead! You have some explaining to do! Right. Well, while we were waiting here, Apollo, why don't you explain the situation? What? Me? Leave nothing out, Hornhead, or I'll dehorn you where you stand. Hornhead? Just wasting any time coming up with nicknames. And what's with the attitude? Her father is the one who abducted Miss Fey. I think we have time here. There's no time to be looking around. Now let's have to bring us back. Ah, fine. Do my ears deceive me? Or did I hear talk of my father adopting someone? Oh, you heard right. He adopted my Fayon. Instant fool! Pardon my rudeness. A gentle soul such as my father could not possibly have committed such a crime. Gentle? You think he's gentle? I'm afraid it's true, your benevolence. He's holed up in that tomb as we speak. Really? I find this difficult to believe. Why would he do such a thing? Your benevolence? You saw your father heading towards the tomb. I did. I was over on that veranda, deep in fog. I saw him hurrying towards the tomb. I say it was about 10 minutes ago. Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried he'd be late. Did you see anyone else heading for the tomb? I saw no one else after he entered. The Minister Inga and Miss Fey are the only ones in there besides the Rook. Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if we had a minion or two of him. Rook, I sure hope he's alright. It's only been 5 minutes. It feels like an eternity. Patience, Apollo. Patience. Day 18th, 3:20 p.m. Grand Palace, Royal Residence. It's been almost 20 minutes. What's taking the route so long? The appointed time has come. Our royal guard shall now storm in. Can't you wait just a little longer? No, we cannot. Every time we wait puts the hostage's life in even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to order our guards to storm in. But that'll put his life in danger too. Guards! Storm the tomb and seize Minister Inga, along with the insurgents Daruk Shamandi. Yes, sir, Emerance! What, Daruk's under arrest too? Naturally, that sure snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Namira. Come on, son. Now go! Seize them both! Right, we're going in! Follow me, men! For Emerance! Udahara Garan! I hope no one gets hurt. Remembrance! What the? Why are they running back out? What is the meaning of this? Something terrible has happened! The minister! He's dead! What's this? What? Apollo, quick! I'm right behind you. No one enters with our... Come, let us see what has transpired. Yes, Your Eminence! May 18th, Garan's Palace, Amira's tomb. Amira's tomb. Where's the Rook? Apollo, over there. The Rook? The Rook! What? What have you done? Apollo? Look! So it is. Mr. Inga is fallen. Guards, seize this murdersman at once! Yes, Sir Ermins! Surrender now or perish, you rebel scum! No, wait! Ah! Rook! They're taking him away. Ow! You just threw something at me. Wait, this is the... Is he telling me to keep it safe? Nick? Is that you? Maya! Are you alright? The Rook, he saved me. I feel exhausted. Can't keep my eyes open. Maya! Mr. Inga, the man behind Miss Faye's abduction, has been killed. And the Rook was arrested for his murder. So it was that the abduction of Maya Faye came to a sudden and unexpected resolution. This, the curtains fell on the minister. Things were far from over. May 18th, Grand Palace, Royal Residence. Apollo! What happened? I can't say for sure. But from what I can tell, it seems Rook has killed Minister Inga. What? You think he did it to save Miss Faye? Most likely, but who knows? I'm really confused right now. My father, he's... This cannot be! I must see for myself! Your benevolence, we cannot allow you to pass! Fools, stand aside! Forgive us, but we have direct orders from Her Eminence Queen Garan! Father! Father! Baruch! You will pay for this! Apollo, let's go regroup somewhere. Yeah. Baruch, it's really you that did it, right? May team tempo. Are you okay, Apollo? Yeah. As we're speaking with the local police. So let's sit tight until he returns. Okay. I know you must be in a state of shock right now. But I need you to stay with us, Apollo. Right. I can't go to pieces now. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'll be fine. May 18th, Temporal Temple. Right, Mr. Justice. I'm afraid I have some bad news. It looks like things will only get more complicated from here. Oscar Edgeworth? What's happening with Daruk? As I understand it, he's been officially charged with the murder of Minister Inga. He has? However, I did manage to get his permission to investigate the crime scene. And I expect we'll be allowed to visit Mr. Shimandi shortly. Thank you. Sure glad Prosecutor Edgeworth is here with us. Also, it just so happens that Detective Sky is here in Korean. But I've asked her to assist us with our investigation. What? What's she doing here? It seems Prosecutor Shimandi has grown quite fond of her. He's been ferrying her around all over the place. A few days here, a few days there. They're almost becoming a team of sorts. Despite what Nayuta said, it seems he thinks highly of Emma's skill. So what now, Apollo? I think I'll go pay Daruk a visit at the detention center. I want to go check in on Maya at the hospital. What about you, Athena? Well, if there's field work to be done, I better stick with Apollo and give him a hand. Very well, then I will accompany you right. Okay, we'll go our separate ways for now. Alright, if anything comes up, you have my cell number. You know your way around here, Apollo? It's been over 10 years since I left. I will try not to get us hopelessly lost. Queen sure has a lot of personal attendants. Yeah, the Grand Royal Guard. They're like our own private army. More like an elite fan club made up of those carefully selected soldiers who adore her. That's how I see it anyway. That's a pretty blunt way of putting it. Daruk Shimandi, the charismatic leader of the Defiant Dragons, arrested? This is going to deal a major blow to the rebels. Yeah, I can already see Dots having a heart attack when he finds out. Speaking of Dots, he was on the plane with us, but I haven't seen him since we landed. Daruk said he wanted Dots to go home before he caused any more trouble. Yeah, he strikes me as a troublemaker. I just hope he doesn't do anything crazy. Like trying to break Daruk out of jail. Oh, that's he probably would have did that. I thought that attorney spots were the same around the world. But I just realized that this type is only used back home. You've had your badge for a while now, and you just noticed that? Hey, I'm still getting used to the things after all. The time I spent in Europe. But as they say, when in Rome. Wait. What were we even talking about? What were we even talking about anymore? Yep, it's the one with the SP Little Knight. And the horse stuff. The orb. It was a real surprise to find that it's hollow on the inside, wasn't it? Yeah, and an even bigger surprise to find that the founder's face was hidden within. But now that the orb's secret has been revealed, how are you supposed to restore it to its original state? Well, it was probably wax or something that melted to reveal the figure inside, so if you turn it upside down and heat it up again, it should go back to the way it was. Oh, I get it! That's one clever little contraption. Oh, I've been thinking about that photo. Your father was quite the manly man, Apollo. I sense a compliment in there somewhere. If we're getting the horse stuff now, it might not be long till we get the U-Bell stuff. I also want to look into the horse stuff as well. I've got options now. Huh? Where'd you get that idea? Oh, never mind. Never mind what? Nice sweater we're having today. Aww. Is there somewhere you wanted to hear me say, Apollo? I'm more for the Super Paper Mario, but if they fix a lot of the problems with Sticker Star, maybe worth it. That's definitely seen quite a... Yeah. Humanity. Oh, I'll just have to narrow it down at some point. Look, just forget I said anything, okay? Alright, I want to check something here. I want to check a sentence right back. This overturned urn has spilled water everywhere. Everything around it is soaking wet. Don't look at me! Rightly or wrongly, I'm guessing Fiend is the type who gets blamed for a lot of things. And the more people accuse her, the more defensive she becomes. Even to the point of preemptively denying any wrongdoing. I said it wasn't me! I never said it was. Well, there's the trophy, always on the defensive. These Inga's footprints, they appear to be heading towards the tomb. Didn't Princess Refa mention something about that? No, something about him rushing over to the tomb before we arrived? I wonder if he had accidentally dozed off before the exchange or something. So I think in terms of our trophies, I think because they're 32, we managed the platinum, which is 31, and I think we're on 27 right now. Yeah, 20 times, so we have 4 left. We actually might have a platinum at the end of this whole playthrough too. Prince Ringamar was laid to rest in her own private tomb. Pretty impressive. They said it cost some $800 million to build, and took 400 workers 5 years to complete. Special memorial rites were also conducted at various points of its construction. That's quite an undertaking. It was spelled with donations from her devoted subjects and royalties of neighboring countries. Ended up giving a huge boost to the national economy. Wow, Queen of Mar must be one charismatic lady. Okay, I think we can move on. May 18th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Hello. Here to see your old man, are you? Okay. They're already done interrogating you? Nope. One hasn't even started. I imagine they'll really wreck me over the call, though. Okay, I don't even want to think about how harsh their interrogation methods will be. Yeah, we're only missing 4 trophies I set to platinum. We're probably going to platinum this game now. Yeah, that's nothing compared to what they'll do if they find him guilty. They found to be a terrorist who killed the previous queen, and now the justice minister. If found guilty of these crimes, I'll be facing a very public execution. Public execution? This is worse than I thought. Come on, son. Turn that frown upside down. You'll jinx us. As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you to the tasty hash house I know. I like that. I really need to focus on what's happened. Kind of switch to work mode. Rick, can you tell me what happened? Oh, there's something I want to take a look at. Alright, let's see if Phoenix reaction. Don't do this, Fina. Don't ring that bell. Aww. Who, me? Harry's the foot. I mean, would I ever do something so childish? Alright. Put your bracelet away already. Talk about unfair. He was right. Also, given that she's had a contest with the guard back in the States, I can't blame him. That guard's standing so still. I'm in such great posture. I wonder if he spends his days just watching the dust dance into the sunlight. Wait a second. Don't you do that in court sometimes, Safina? Yeep! You mean you've noticed? I don't think you can take it easy just because I'm the lead lawyer on this one. I'm proud of you, son. You've really become a fine lawyer. Well, at least it means I'm qualified to defend you. I think the day will come where you come to my defense. I'm one lucky man. Now I can die in peace. Oh, slow down. I'm gonna prove your innocence, so... Just pulling your leg, son. When he's in the slumber, the rook is the rook. So you got safely out of the tomb. Why did you throw it at me like that? I want you to listen carefully, son. The orb must not fall into Goran's hands. Not ever. But Mr. Ingot was the one who was after it. He was the one who lent it to Professor Buff to study after all. So haven't you exposed this crime now? I have, but there's more connected to this relic than meets the eye. Much more. And whatever it is, I can't help feeling that I could turn this entire kingdom upside down. You said something like that before. Looks like the Rook's intuition is out of the again. Ram will do anything to retrieve this. Guard it well, son. At least until tomorrow's trial. That's the only remaining photo of your father. Take good care of it. I will. Just surprised to see it after all these years. I had a tough time tracking it down and retrieving it. It was taken by some European tourists who just happened to be watching your father. I had one of my men go to Europe to look them up and ask whether we could have it. Went through all that trouble? I did. So don't go losing or anything. I said I'll take good care of it, didn't I? Rick, what happened in there? You didn't really kill Minister Inga, did you? Well, the thing is... I really don't know. Huh? I remember seeing the mural at the fountain right as I entered the tomb. But I got all dizzy immediately after that. Next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. And covered in Inga's blood. You don't remember meeting with him? No. The last thing I remember after entering the tomb was feeling really dizzy. There's no way he can explain what happened if he can't remember anything. Yeah. I suppose there's no getting out of this one. We can't give up yet. I was just messing with you, son. Well, stop. It's not funny. Sorry. Jeez. He's abusing. Not even being arrested for murder. This is going to be one tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Inga's murder, but I've also been charged with Amara's assassination from 23 years ago. You're on trial for 2 charges? Garan is practically licking her chops just thinking about my public execution. Guess it means we can't afford to lose our heads, huh? I don't know how you can laugh at a time like this. So, son, I take it you'll be defending me at my trial? Of course. You can count on me. That's my boy. Looks like your nerves are as steely as those vocal cords of yours. After all, you've got the Defense Culpability Act to contend with too. Oh, right. So if you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide, huh? Don't tell me you forgot about that! I'll be fine. I just have to make sure we win this one. You sure? Because you don't sound very fine. Apollo? What was that about the assassination 23 years ago? Put that in since 23 years ago. That was when the previous queen, Amara, was assassinated, right? Wasn't it? Yes. Someone set her private residence on fire. She lost her life in the ensuing blaze. And you were arrested for the crime? Why would they arrest you, Mr. Shamandi? Weren't you just a lawyer back then? What relation could you have with the queen? About that, Amara was, well, she was my wife. I may not look the part, but I was once husband to a queen. In short, I was royalty. What? No way! Are you saying you won the heart of the reigning queen? Come on! I'm talking to a guy who his prowess against witnesses on the stand. Even a queen is no match for this dragon's glare. Wow, you're really something else. So, was a verdict ever reached, Daruk? I acted as my own attorney and won. Until I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is. Then it all went south. Nah, where have I heard a story like that before? What happened after that? I made a run for it. You ran? Why? I didn't kill Amara. I didn't fabricate any evidence. If I had stuck around for a retrial, I have been found guilty for sure. I'd have been found guilty for sure. Sorry, I couldn't allow it to happen. Amara's true color would never face justice if I did. I left my law practice behind and went underground. That was 23 years ago. Are you telling me that after all these years, you still haven't discovered the truth? Yeah. The fact that it was an arson means that the crime scene was reduced to ashes. There was little in the way of evidence left. It's just been brick wall after brick wall. Guess that means it's all up to me to figure it out, huh? Along with Mr. Inga's murder, of course. I think I'm going to be sick. Come on, son. Don't look so down. You on the case? It'll work out somehow. I hope he's right. Hey, son. You remember my office? Sure. I remember that messy, dimly-lit room. The file I have mass on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you in this case. You remember how to get there? Let me think. I recall going in for a manhole. How can I not, Daruk? I hear how I always got so dirty getting there. And that stench. Hello, yes, it's important too. I should probably focus on the minister's murder first. I'm afraid your time is up. Oh, Narita! It's time for the prisoner's interrogation. So be gone, you putrid-headed criminal betting lawyer. Wait! Don't tell me you're the prosecuting attorney? What? But that would mean... Is there a problem here? Bet there is. He's your father. And your point is? My relation to the accused is irrelevant. Fact remains, I am a prosecutor. No, that's not what I think I'm getting through to him. Nayuta, long time no see, son. How have you been? Look, I hear That's Nayuta. That's more towards Nayuta. I hear you've been serving Garad, rather faithfully, in fact. Whatever happened to our dream of taking her down and changing this country, son? The past is the past. What do you mean? Why are you doing this? Simple. People change. And I, you knew, assist no more. Listen, son. I don't know what made you change like this. But you're still my boy, even if you prosecute my case. The rest of the fine dragons and I eagerly await your return. Whenever you're ready, we'll welcome you back with open arms. As I said, I've moved on. Now, let us waste no more time, for flowers do not blossom simply from talk of the past. Hey, why do I get the feeling that there's something he wants to say, but can't? Guard, move the accused to the interrogation room. Yes, sir! This way, sir, you rebel scum! Oh, watch it! Not so rough, will you? Hey, is he seriously going to prosecute his own father? Oh, right, did that. I guess we're moving to the tomb. May 18th, Garan Palace, Amara's tomb. So, this is the tomb of Amara, the previous Queen of Karayan. It's really lavish. I guess you could say it's fit for a queen. Is the faceless woman in that mural over there Amara? No, that's the Holy Mother. She's the one who brought spirit channeling to Karayan. Oh right, the woman in the orb! Oh, it's you two. Getting right down to business, I see. Hi Emma, I hear you'll give us a hand and if you needed it. Yep, Mr. Asher's asked me to help where I could. So, it's been quite a while since you've been back in Karayan, I hear. Yeah, more than 10 years in fact. Well, you sure didn't waste any time. I mean, you're already mixed up in a murder. You're as big a trouble magnet as Mr. Right. Please don't say that. My luck's alright bad enough as it is. Emma, I hear Prosecutor Shimadi has requested your services again, sorry. He seems to have taken a liking to you. You mean his Imperial Holiness. I don't mind that he's approved of me and my abilities. It's just, his people skills need some serious work. When he manages to smile and complicate my work, it's hard to say no. Plus, we're gonna invest. I'm gonna wait till she's done and then do it. Ah, we can't. Okay. Plus, working on investigations overseas is a priceless experience. Flying back and forth between here and home every few days with no days off, it's been tough, and that seems brutal on my skill. The thing that's worse, the defendant in this case is someone I know. Ooh, I mean, I could guess it's any worse. Seems like they got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on. Hello. Your attorney's badge? Huh. What? I'm hoping it's a better reaction from you. Tired of collecting your fingerprints. Oh, we got that. Oh! Oh, must be my friend this. Oh, just leave it to me. Oh, actually, I was wondering if you see anything strange about this. Oh. Why isn't she saying anything? Okay, I guess we'll talk to Emma. Do you have you determined the cause of death? Blood loss from a stab wound. A single stab in the back was enough to cause the victim to bleed to death. The estimate time of death is 3 p.m., which is when the Rick came onto the scene. We now have the autopsy report. Any suspects besides Sturrock? No, he, Maya, and the minister were the only ones here. And Maya had been tied up until she was freed by the Queen's Royal Guards. Could someone have been hiding else somewhere in here? Unlikely. I was told this scene was searched from top to bottom right after the murder. And during the time, the Royal Guards set up a perimeter to prevent anyone from escaping. In other words, the crime scene was completely sealed off? It would appear so. No way for a third party to escape without being spotted, so... Great, it's another one of those convoluted locked room mysteries. About the victim, Minister Inga. He was the kingdom's Minister of Justice, correct? Yes, Miss... Inga Karayan was the second most powerful figure in Karayan. Plus, he was married to the Queen. Seems strange that someone of his status would abduct someone. Apparently, he only told a few of his most loyal subordinates about his plan. That way, there was little chance of the police or even the Queen finding it out. What was Inga hoping to gain by getting his hands on the orb? That I don't know, but I'm working on it. Wonder if it really was for what Paul Attorney Whipperson said. I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs. What do they want that relic for anyway? It's something to do with an old legend. My patron seeks the great power said to be granted to whoever solves his secrets. Great power that is said to be bestowed on whoever solves the orb's secret. Ryan, only those who can channel spirits are said to be fit to rule. Is that why Inga wanted such power? Did he want to be king? So this is the tomb of the previous queen? Yes, Queen Amara was laid to rest here. She lost her life in an arson in Blias. What a tragic end. I heard this tomb sits on the actual site of her residence before it was burned down. They built it on the same spot so her soul could rest in peace. And this is where the fire happened, huh? Why do you think Minister Inga was holding Miss Faye captive here? It's the perfect spot if you think about it. It's close to his private quarters, which made it easy to keep an eye on his prisoner. And the courtyard is only open to the royal family, so he had little fear of prying eyes. Plus, the tomb is normally locked, and only the royal family is allowed access. That's why I picked this place. How long has Miss Faye been held captive? About 6 days. Really? How long? It appears that she was severely weakened by her prolonged confinement. She passed out as soon as she was freed. And is now on an IV drip at the hospital. She's been asleep ever since. Poor Miss Faye. I hope she gets better soon. Emma, do you mind if we start looking around? Sure, I've already got the okay. Knock yourself out. Oh, and here. It's the diagram of the police drew at the tomb. I thought I'd give I gave you a copy to help your investigation along. Thank you. Got the diagram now. Oh, and let me know if you need my forensic expertise. Don't you dare keep all the fun to yourself, you hear? Don't need to worry about that. Besides, it's hard to classify this as fun. So this is Amara's sarcophagus. Let's take a closer look. Hey, these curtains open, Apollo. That's one big sarcophagus. They say the mummy of Amara, the former queen, rests inside. Mummy, huh? Rats, it's locked. Hey, don't touch that! You mean we can't search inside it? Not a chance. Besides, it's not something anyone tried opening anyway. What if the real killer's hiding inside? Hey! Anyone in there? Don't do that! You're gonna get us cursed! Cursed? The queen's likely burst a grudge towards the living after such a violent, painful death. Someone dare touch the sarcophagus for fear of incurring her wrath. Oh no, Apollo! What am I going to do? Don't look at me. In any case, the sarcophagus is temperature controlled. It keeps really cold to preserve the mummy. So even if someone did decide to hide inside it, they would eventually freeze to death. Let's see. Still, if they bundled up, I thought a person could hide in there for a little while. Come here. No. It's full of ash. They must burn incense in here. Well, I was wondering, Apollo, did the ash come from the incense stick that was burning in it? That were burning in this? Or do people put their incense in after they were already ash in here to hold them up? Don't be silly, Athena. The answer's simple. The ash is the product of prayers from the countless visitors who came here. It's not a chicken or the egg kind of thing. Oh, that is an interesting take on it. It's so much more poetic than mine. Oh, Athena. It's full of ash. I guess this is an incense burner. Hey, look, Apollo! There's something in the ashes. Let's see what it is. Is that a gemstone? Wonder what it's doing here. I got this one covered, Apollo. Would you like to hear my brilliant theory? Well, I guess it wouldn't do you any harm. You know how people make wish just by throwing coins in the fountain, right? Well, you know, in second thought, I'm good. She's no Herlock Sholmes, that's for sure. What? You sure you don't need to hear my theory? I was just about to get to the good part. Let's just ask Emma. That'll be much quicker. Excuse me, Emma. What's this gemstone doing here? Oh, that? It's not a gem. It's a button. I'll bet a very expensive one from the victim's jacket. It's fallen off and gotten in there somehow. See? Every puzzle has an answer, Athena. Well, I thought my idea was pretty good. Wait! What's with the suit? See here? On the gemstone? Hey, you're right. Gemstone's added to the core record. Inga's button, discovered in the ashes of the tomb incense burner. Caked in soot. That's all. It looks like the Holy Mother was painted here to watch over Amara's sarcophagus. So it's like, this tomb is protected by the founder? That must be so reassuring to those he left behind. Only one problem. They didn't paint the eyes she needs to do instead of watching. Come to think of it, she doesn't have a mouth to smile down on the tomb with either. It's actually kind of creepy. I wonder if being watched over by something that gives the queen nightmares. Or like that gives the queen nightmares. Like that, I would say. Hey! Keep that up, and the founder just might come and watch over you too. This is the grape juice Inga was drinking. He was probably nervous before his meeting with the Rook. So he drank grape juice? I'm not seeing the logic here. Mr. Wright told me all about it when he was hospitalized a few years ago. He said grape juice has something in it that helps you relax. Really? Are you sure he was talking about regular, plain old grape juice? There's too many words. That's not a mistranslation. That's actually the proper translation. It's not... Because it sounds like he was talking about the fermented variety. No, he couldn't have meant that. I mean, we're talking about a medical facility. They wouldn't have allowed something like that in. Right. Well, let's just leave it at that. A sarcophagus is surrounded by a curtain. I bet someone could have hidden behind it. True, but that's one of the many places the Royal Guards checked after storming in. Wow, they were really thorough. Yes, well, apparently, one of their members loves mystery novels. He peered in every nook and cranny with an almost frightening amount of gusto. And when he was done, he said, "Very interesting. It's like one of those locked room mysteries." Sounds like he's in the wrong line of work. Wow, it's covered in blood. A blood splatter this large, it must have gotten all over the knife too. Come to think of it, there was blood on the Rook's clothes. Circumstantial evidence points to the Rook being the killer. That's what I conclude if I were a cop too. I hear things always so bleak for me. Guess this is where Inga collapsed when he died. Better take a closer look. So this is the murder weapon. Emma, did you find any prints on it? Yep, and they were super clear. They belonged to one Daruk Shamandi. That's not good. So were there any others? There was one more print from another individual, but it was too smudged to identify. It's probably no print from someone else who had handled the knife. Oh, yet another piece of unhelpful info to add to our ever-growing pile. If already taking the body away, it's kind of sad how familiar I've become with the body outlines. I have a photo of the body if you want, if you're interested. He was stabbed right in the back. Poor guy was practically skewered. What was he wearing on his arm? Those are the cuffs of justice. It seemed to be a tradition here for the Minister of Justice to wear these four cuffs. They look like they're made of a thick fabric. I guess they aren't for protection. Maybe they're for keeping the sleeves out of the way when handling documents. Yeah, that's probably their original purpose. But over the years, the reason for wearing them was probably forgotten. But they're just one of the many traditional things that people do without knowing why. Oh, I get it. I don't like the way you roll up your sleeves, huh? Or your psychology, if we're going there. I happen to know why I started, thank you very much. We got the photo now. So the minister was armed, huh? That's a 4-shot pistol. He had it for self-defense, apparently. But it won't be firing anything anytime soon. Huh? He was carrying a broken gun around for show? No, we recovered a bullet here. Which means the gun probably broke as the minister fired its last round. Thing is, the gun's chambers are all empty. Yet that one bullet is the only bullet we could find. That is strange. Where did the other 3 go? Maybe the Rick at them. We can ask the next time we see him. Just be ready for his predictably shocking answer. I wonder if this is Inga's cell phone. It should be. His fingerprints are all over it. Do you know if he talked with anyone recently? There were a few call logs between him and his underlings. They're all members of the secret police, who were secretly under the minister's control. You mean like spies? I don't think that's quite it. A baby on a lotus blossoms. That's one strange painting. Apparently, that part of a mural depicting the life and times of Queen Amara. You know, like a storyboard or something. So that baby's supposed to be Amara? This one depicts Amara preaching to the faithful. It's hard to put into words. I've never seen anything like it. Let's see, the next one is... Is that the Rook? Why does he have horns? My best guess is it depicts the first time Mara and the Rook met. So he's supposed to be some kind of demon who seduced her? Seduced her, sorry? Well, he was successful since they got married after that. The mural continues on the opposite side. Whoa. Is this supposed to be Amara channeling a spirit? It looks like the spirit of some country sultan or something. And she seems to be conveying something to his retainers. She's on fire! This must be Amara's assassination as allegedly carried out by the Rook. They really made him look evil. And this is the weirdest one of all. Is that supposed to be the Rook facing his punishment in the afterlife? Anyway, I guess that's the last one. I guess we're supposed to see this as a happy ending. Yeah, except nobody came out the story happy. It's like a small army of monks, all neatly lined up. Looks like they're facing the sarcophagus in prayer. If you look carefully, each one has a slightly different expression. I wonder if they use real people as models. Some are frowning, some are smiling. That one looks like he's trying his hardest not to burst out laughing. Really? I wonder why. Maybe it's like those times when things are so intense, you can't help but laugh. You know, like at a funeral and stuff. They went through all the trouble of depicting that. Talk about going overboard. There's a painting up there. I can't see it very well from here. One of these statues is broken. Let's take a closer look. This thing is more splintered than statue. It's more splintered than statue now. The bullet from the victim's gun did a real number on it. It seems like something you get cursed for, you know. Administer ink kiss? I say getting your ticket punched is cursed enough. Yeah, but don't curses extend to the afterlife? You need to stop talking what... Sorry. You need to stop taking what Nayu says so seriously. I'm perfectly capable of thinking for myself. Oh, Jenny. There's something shiny down there. It's a pendant. There's blood on it. I wonder who it belongs to. All we know it's not the victims. Or it is not the victims. No one in the royal family recognizes it. Did you lift any fingerprints from it? I did, but I wasn't able to get a clean one. It's too bad. But the blood turns out to be the victims. That means it must have fallen here in the course of the murder. I beat the Rooks. I should ask them about it later. Alright, got this. Look, there's a bullet here. It's from the pistol the victim was carrying. My guess is he tried to shoot his attacker, but missed, and the bullet ended up here. We've already determined the rifling marks to be a match to his gun. Rifling marks? Aren't those... Oh, shall I explain? The science behind it is absolutely fascinating. No, we're good. Lawyers, I think they're so smart. You do realize we can hear you. It's a Makatama, I think. Did it come from the broken statue? Look, Apollo, there's another one! But the other statues only have one each. Hey, you're right. Maybe the statue was special or something. I think we found it. Oh, we can't hear. Oh, this one. Look, one of those statues is broken. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see from here. Let's check it out when we get a little closer. Yeah, I think we're just about done here. Apparently the game doesn't... Oh, a chair! Miss Faye was apparently tied to this chair. Let's take a closer look. We should try covering every angle possible here. Let's use the left stick to change our perspective and take a careful look around. I bet you didn't know. But I happen to be a bit of an escape artist myself. Tracy showed me how to do one of her rope escape tricks. Uh-huh. And why would you bother learning something like that? Because we're always getting into trouble when working cases with Mr. Right. So I thought it might come in handy someday. Well, I guess you're right about that. Miss Faye could have definitely used that knowledge. That's right, and so now, you just sit right here and we'll get started. What in the world gave you the idea I wanted to learn? Poor Miss Faye. She must have been tied up to this chair. I can't imagine how much her backside must have hurt after sitting here for so long. It wouldn't be trouble for you, I bet. I mean, you don't know how to sit still. If by that you mean I like to stay active, then I have to agree with you. Blood? Look, there's a blood stain on one of the chair's legs. Really? Hey, you're right. I completely missed that. Let's move the chair so we can check under it. There's more blood under the chair leg. I wonder what it's doing there. I have some aluminum here. Why don't you do some testing around then? Look! The bloodstain leads all the way to the sarcophagus. Emma, is this Mr. Ingus blood? Hold on 1 second. Huh? That's strange. I didn't get a match. But then, whose blood is it? The Rook and Miss Faye weren't wounded as far as we know. And the blood has been wiped up by someone for some reason. Yeah, that's strange too. Serious bloodstain at the core record. An unidentified bloodstain from Amara's tomb. It was already wiped up, but it doesn't belong to the victim. I think we've summed everything. Oh. There's a bloodstain on the floor. It's already been mostly wiped off, but the stain leads all the way to the sarcophagus. I wonder whose blood it is. I think we've summed everything now. Nope. Let's swing by the detention center. Hopefully we can see the Rook. No. Back to Amar's tomb. Oh, we should probably present stuff to Emma. Oh. Well. Meditate. For our options. Oh my god. Someone could have hid behind these curtains. Here, I'll go give it a try. Well, can you tell I'm hiding here? No, I can't tell at all. That's it. That's the perfect hiding place. We did it, Apollo! We solved the case! Sorry to burst your bubble, but the royal guards searched the tomb high and low after they stormed in. And they said no one else was in here besides Minister Inga, the Rook and Miss Faye. Well, back to the drawing board, I guess. My brilliant deduction! Destroyed in 3 sentences! Oh, nah, we're done. I think I covered just about everything. Maybe we should go over what we've learned so far. For starters, we're dealing with a locked room murder. But instead of the tomb being locked, it was being cordoned off by the royal guards. And after the murder, no one was found to be hiding inside. Right, in addition, we also know that the Rook's fingerprints are all over the murder weapon. The curtain around the sarcophagus was drenched in the victim's blood on one side. The blood must have gotten on the killer when they stopped the minister from behind. The Rook had blood on when the crime was first discovered. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember what happened. This is not good. So, what we know so far is things couldn't be worse for our case. And there's still an understatement somehow. Yeah, it looks pretty grim. Oh, shoot, I forgot the PSN games came out today. If you're done here, I have to ask you to leave. You leave. Go on, scoot! Something wrong, Emma? Why are you trying to give us the boot? It's just easier if you're not here when his Imperial Holiness arrives. Ah! Speak of the devil. Prosecutor Shamandi! Detective Sky, it seems you've spoken at length with these two lawyers. I do hope you've also kept an eye on them. Yes, of course! Like a hawk. They didn't touch a single thing. Give a lawyer an inch, and they'll take a mile. Never forget that. There's that look of distrust again. Hey, Nayuta, do you really believe that the Rook's guilty? And are you seriously going to prosecute this case? I mean, he's your father. You were once part of the Defiant Dragons, weren't you? Hey, Nayuta, wait! I said wait! I want to be after him. Huh? Oh, right behind you. May 18th, Grand Palace, Royal Residence. Narita, would you stop already? What do you want? It's about the Rook. Would you please hear me out? I fail to see why I should. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hold it! Narita, are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, then there's no harm in listening, right? Very well, speak. But make it quick. There is much I must do. Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? Oh, we get this opportunity. Why is that badge before me? Remember how we used to talk about what we wanted to be back when we were kids? I wanted to be a lawyer, and you, a prosecutor. You said you wanted to prosecute bad guys to make sure they got punished. Yes, passing judgment upon evil. That is my calling. And it is why I have taken this case. Are you saying the Rook is evil? He who goes against the righteous and holy. I shall reap his soul with all my power, whoever he may be, for that is my role. I'll just have to defend his soul with all my power, Narita. Which of my lawyer seeks information from me? Come on, throw me a bone here. I think not. Well, aren't we stingy? Alas, another soul has departed this world, and now must be guided to the Twilight Realm. You would even hold last rites for a kidnapper like Minister Inga? Criminals too must be given funeral rites. Funerary rites, sorry. Deny that, and their souls will eventually turn malevolent, bringing woe upon the living. That is why all who pass must receive a proper requiem. Makes sense. I mean, if I were murdered, I'd probably be pretty keen on revenge too. Oh, it's the same. I mean, we won't show off the Founder's Horror for the moment. So I know you'll be prosecuting the risk case, but aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? Why does it have to be you? Her embassy, the Queen Garan, personally requested that I serve as prosecutor. She did? I would make it hard to say no. Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutorial skills. Still, she didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. Be honest, you really don't want to do this, do you? Ah. You speak of love and sentiment. I guess so. I do not deny such human emotions. But the law is the law. And placing personal feelings above It is beyond reprise. Pretty sure I got that wrong. Do you disagree? Well, no, I don't disagree, but civilizations only assist due to the confines of the law. Without them, love and sentiment would lack the fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree? No, but the law must be obeyed. This truth sits above all else, including personal feelings. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accused is of no consequences. It is that simple. Or would you say otherwise? Yeah. But come on, Apollo! Tell him how wrong he is! But don't you wish it wasn't that way? It appears I've wasted my breath on you. And the winner is Prosecutor Shamandi! Still spewing empty words devoid of meaning or consequences, I see. You putrid red pepper. Arg! You know I'm right. But did he have to be so eloquent about his point? It's like he's trying to cover something up with his pretty words. Apollo, I cut back on the debates with him if I were you. Just stick to questions. Like the one you wanted to ask. Narita, I wanted to ask you about that hostage situation. Inga said he had someone dear to Daruk in the palm of his hand. And he was using that person, along with his hostage, as leverage in obtaining the orb. That's news to me. Well, that's what Inga said. You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye. My fare is my only, how should I say, insurance, you know, Daruk. What? I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? Hehe. Glad you're seeing things my way. I got the impression Daruk had no choice but to follow Inga's demands after he heard that. So who do you suppose this special person is? I wouldn't know. My bracelet's reacting. Hey, Narita, about what you just said. Ow! My bracelet's crushing my wrist! Ouch! That really hurts. What the heck's going on? I'm wise to your tricks, you putrid pepper. That bracelet reacts to the anxieties of the people around you by squeezing your wrist. But now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your wrist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning. Arg! I don't know how he did it, but this renders my bracelet useless. Such stealthy is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessing. Looks like your special powers won't work against Prosecutor Shamandi, Apollo. We'll have to try something else. Ugh, you're right. We'll just have to ask Daruk about this. It appears... You intend to go through with a trial you have no hopes of winning. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and I. I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Narita. In case you didn't hear, I won my last case against none other than Mr. Right. You tell him, Apollo! Is he mad? I can never tell of him. This trial is different. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in the next life as something lower than a bug or vegetable. You will be lucky to return to this realm as a pasture mold. Mold? It's pretty harsh. You wish to avert such a fate? Abandon this folly before it is too late. I don't care if I end up with the loop of blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm going to defend Derek in court. You fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, if you will excuse me. Prosecutor Shimani knows his father will be publicly executed if he's found guilty. Yet he won't show even an ounce of mercy. Now is this the real you? Have you really changed? Do you really plan on sending Daruk to his death? Do you even hear me? Don't Daruk and I matter to you anymore? And we'll stop for now. Like I said, I don't know how long the second part's going to be, and we'll just keep that to single parts and stuff. Anyway, I'll wrap things up here. Hope it's okay. Have a week. We'll be back on this again, of course, tomorrow. The second. Oh, nice. We're swapping over to Phoenix and Edgeworth. Okay, that makes more sense. So yeah, so we're going to wrap things up here. Hope it's a good day this week. Back on this tomorrow, and I'll see you next time. Bye.